G'day, welcome back to Tamiya Talk RC. Well, we're going to unbox the gorgeous Super Astute. Haven't even had a decent look over the box yet. This only turned up yesterday or the day before, and sort of put it on under our build shelf there, and got back to our adult stuff. But now we're back in the toy room, the workshop, and we get to play with toy cars again. So, just at a quick glance, this looks very Top Force-ish. Just in the engineering of it all. Obviously, it's a two-wheel drive. The Top Force is a four-wheel. Got the same style wheels. Pretty sure they're the same rear tyres. Alright, come over to the table and we'll see what's inside. Pretty excited about this one. It's one of the more higher end build kits from what I understand. So, as you know, the last couple of weeks we've been building grasshoppers and lunchboxes and stuff like that, so something a little bit technical will be a nice change, I think. Right, come on, let's have a look. Alright, what's inside? What's in the box of the Super Astute? So, first up, have a look at this body. Oh, here we go. You've got the undertray wedged inside the body there. I hope that didn't scratch the body at all. So, who was I talking to? Well, who commented on one of the videos? I really wish I could remember these kind of things. But they basically mentioned you could take a Super Astute and use the original Astute decal set and basically make the Mark 1 Astute instead of buying that Astute 2022 as a replacement. Don't know if that's right or not. I've never had anything to do with these kits. I'll do a bit more research on that. I just wish I could remember who that was who said that. It might have actually been. Can't remember. Okay, so it'll pop into my head randomly and I'll just shout it out. Top Force wheels. The lighting is really bad today, isn't it? Top Force wheels. Now, I'm not too sure when we're going to build this kit, so I'm just going to leave everything in their main plastic bags for now, just to save everything getting beaten up, scratched, or lost, or whatever. Now, those tyres do look identical to the rear Top Force tyres. We will take these out of the pack because you know what we got to do. Right, these very strange looking sort of half rib, half spike front tyres. Ribbed for her pleasure. You should turn them inside out. That's an old third rock joke. So, yeah, we got to do it. Anyway, have a smell. It's a little bit different. But there's our tyres, there's our wheels. Don't know why I'm putting everything back in the box. Now, I've never ever built one of these. I've never seen one of these. So I can only guess as to what some of these parts are. They look like they might be part of the battery turnout. Can you see these parts are? I can barely see a thing. It's dark on this side of the camera. That looks like a front kind of suspension mount thing. Obviously parts of your steering there. And whatever that is. Again, I'm going to leave it all in the bag. We've got one big bag full of little bags here, so we'll open this one up. Pour that out there. You know that, mate. More black parts. Well, they're obviously suspension arms. Don't know whether they're front or rear or what. Shock parts, plastic CVAs. If they're anything like the top four shocks, they'll be very smooth and nice. Uprights, rear hubs, I think they wanted. More shock parts, basic steering servo saver stuff, rod ends, and a peculiar looking square one there. I wonder if that's that could be servo mounts. I understand too, you're better off having a shorty servo on this car for spatial reasons. Well, that's it. I did see on the box somewhere it said 0.5 module gears. Most of our other cars have 0.6 or 0.8. That's a really fine. That is your differential center, Zach. Look at the baby size of that thing. I also understand, we did have a bit of a flip through the manual the other day. Pretty sure this is kind of a planetary setup in the differential, not bevel gears. So that'll be interesting. I also understand you don't use the spur gear because that's maybe from the original Super Astute from the 90s. 90s? Late 80s? When did it come out?
It would have been early 90s. Top Force came out.
Top Force 91. Early. This is
97.
97.
So it would have been either 89, 90.
58, 97. Yeah, well, whenever it was. But yeah, I believe that's the spur gear from the original kit, because this re-release kit has a slipper clutch. Must be in there. Spur gear cover that bolts onto your differential. Clear, Lexan. Very nice, so you can see what's going on. More steering arms by the looks. They could be steering uprights. No idea. This is what's going to make this kit especially enjoyable, because I've never actually built one before. Now, where's my Kniffy? I really do have to organise this bench properly, and I'm pretty sure I need new glasses. I can't see a bloody thing. Maybe if I cleaned them, that might help. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alright, so first up, fibre reinforced. Is that FRP or is that, I doubt that's carbon fibre. I don't think it's carbon fibre. Yeah, I'm trying to look for myself, mate, in the light. I guess we'll find out when we take it out of the packet. Actually, I think it says on the box somewhere around here. 0.5 module gear. FRP. There we go. 2.5mm FRP chassis. So yes, it's not carbon fibre. It's a fibre reinforced plastic, which is very, very strong. And 2.5mm. That's, I think the Top Force was 2mm. So it's going to be nice and strong. I might just tip all this out. Get rid of this big box. No idea. That looks like it houses a servo, but it wouldn't be the steering servo. Maybe that's from the original kit where you had your mechanical speed control. Maybe. They look like battery holders as well. Just going by the shape. Front and rear bumpers, maybe. Get to that. That looks like a gearbox housing. That is tiny. Have heard about this part, actually. Yes, this is the A-tree, I think. Yep, A-tree. Yes, that is your rear differential. That part there. Adam's Playground said Bryce from Jacket Trades actually machined a bunch of these parts in aluminium and gave them to a bunch of people, and Adam had one and he put it on his Super Astute. It's a cover for one of the gears. We'll find out more in detail once we actually build the kit. Yeah, we'll open this bag up. We won't open the individual bags up. So don't throw those big bags out, mate. We'll keep them. So we can put it all back together. We'll have to watch the video back to see how it all goes back in the box. Tip all that out. You can hold on to that for a sec. Okay, alright, let's go by alphabetical order. Bag A. What do we got here? Your box wrench, grease, foam, sticky tape, front uprights, a bunch of hardware, rod ends, pretty usual standard stuff. A B. This looks like parts for a slipper clutch to me. Ball bearings, very nice. I do understand though, you get ball bearings for the entire kit except the front wheels, which makes no sense to me. It says on the front of the box you need 4 1150 ball bearings to completely ball race the drivetrain. Tamiya, why not just throw in another four ball bearings? And also the steering has 850 just bronze bushes, I think. AW grease, very nice. Also, I'm pretty sure you need thread lock in this kit, and they don't supply it with the kit, which again makes absolutely no sense. Now I don't think, well, somebody might, if they're enough of a sadist. I don't think anybody's going to pick this kit as a beginner kit, as a first build. But if you did, and you needed thread lock, and well, that's just an inconvenience in them. Whereas people like us, we got a drawer full of anaerobic thread lock, so it's not a real problem. Bag C, I'm blubbering now. More of the same thing. We got a shock tower there, or 2 shock towers maybe. Another bunch of hardware, E-clips. Apparently there's a shitload of E-clips in this kit, and you get 3 different sizes, so got to watch out for that. D-bag, shock oil, shock parts. You get another little spanner. There's your U-shaped bracket, I think they call it, for your front wishbones, control arms, whatever you want to call them. They separate the shock oil different. Velcro strips, pretty sure the body goes on much the same as the top walls with the Velcro, which is cool. Body clips and a couple of small screws in there. Bit of packing. Oh, more polycarbonate. That's your wing. Your wing, your side plates, they get screwed onto the wing. Everything's pre-drilled. That's very nice. Handy. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Maybe if it stays on the bench. Black aerial tube, which may come in handy, because we're about to build the June Watanabe Hornet, and actually no, I found a black one for that. I painted one pink, so we have a pink and a black one, so we'll see which one looks better. Anyway, no spoilers, so they can stay in there. Don't do dumb stuff. Jesus Christ, turn the lights off, mate. We're not going to need them. That is a bright sticker sheet. And the bag that it comes in is like a hazy, so they're going to be brighter when they come out of the bag. Jesus Christ. Now, I did learn a lesson when we did the top force. Mask the windows on the inside before you paint the colour. Because these look like a solid grey, but they're not. They're actually see-through. Well, they were on the top force anyway. Are they pre-cut? No. Damn it. There's a lot of jagged edges to cut around there. Definitely not doing that today. Now we have limited edition written here. UV protected. Oh yeah, TTC system. The Tamiya traction control, which is basically your slipper clutch. From what I understand. The Manuel 28 pages. Okay, yes. Yeah, and straight up, look at this. Yeah, step 3. Basically step 2. Thread lock, straight away. And it's not even in the kit. Come on, Tamiya. What are these for? Because I am seeing metal bearings. Here you have suspension uprights. Oh, 730s. They're not even 850s. They must be tiny. Well, I have heard that this is very, very tight in the step. Not tight, but not loose. You know what I mean. Not a lot of play, not a lot of slop in the front steering. So, yeah, those bushes must work. They're calling them metal bearings, but they're just plain bearings, aren't they? They're bushes. Here's our planetary gear set. That is very cool. I can't wait to get into that. It'll be a first for me. Okay, similar idea to the top force. You have one single plate you can remove to service the differential. Awesome. There's your slipper clutch. This is going to be a fun build, mate. I know I'm crapping on and taking a lot of time. There's your clear motor cover for your spur gear. I can't believe how fine those gear teeth are. You're going to want to, can you adjust the... Okay, the pinion mesh is adjustable, so you're really going to have to want to take your time with that, because any kind of gap in your mesh that is too big, I reckon you're just going to start stripping teeth. The bigger, the 0.8, like in the Hornet and stuff like that, you can get away with a fair bit of mesh offset, just because of the size of the teeth. Wheels, body, all those very bright stickers. Yeah, so this is going to be a fun car to build. Now, the bit of the book I always like, because the darker areas on the parts trees tell you which parts you don't actually use. So, bang, 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 straight up those 3. So I was probably right, that's probably a servo mount for the old mechanical speed controller. That's it for the parts trees? Must be. And of course your hardware bags. This is where we go through and find out what bearings the cars come with, what metal beddings. Yeah, so I'm going to stop blabbing. That is the Super Astute. Too bad we couldn't show you inside every single bag, but like I said, we don't know when we're going to build it. I'm going to put everything back in the box, put that knife away before it. Doing myself a mischief. That goes back under there. Yes, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is the weekend. We are going to try and get a whole bunch of videos recorded for you guys. I don't think we're going to upload those videos in a single weekend. I'm going to have to watch the video back, mate, to see what goes where. Oh, that's right. Yeah, this box.
All those were in here?
Yeah, they can go back in that bag, yeah. So, yeah, I think next we're going to film the unboxing of the Super Shot. And again, I'm not too sure when we're going to get to building that. But we will get to it when we get to it. So, I'm going to pack all this stuff away and then get out another car to unbox for you guys. As usual, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for your support. Have a great day. I reckon I just about got that spot on. Oh, dip cover. Oh, I'm totally sorry, man. How can you tell that was upside down? Because, right now, just to piss you off, I'm going to put the box on like this. So, that was the Super Astute. Bye.